Hello, Exeter, and today we have with us Rob Ficara.
Car, so and then after that I bent over.
Pleasure to have you on Show 1. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
We always appreciate it. So, you own bowling alley.
Yes, I do. Exeter Bowling Lanes and Shooters Pub. Yep.
So how long have you owned the establishment?
Over 35 years. This is our 36th bowling season as we tend to measure things. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bowling, of all things, is that like your number one sport at all, or?
I'll try not to make this too long, but my dad's parents built a candlepin bowling center in Peabody, Massachusetts in 1936. It's before my dad was born. They purchased an old leather tannery factory and built a bowling alley on the site. Candlepin bowling, which is king here in New England as opposed to 10-pin or big ball. There's actually 9 different forms of bowling, but candlepin is what's big in northern New England and the eastern provinces of Canada. And so my dad was born into it, and then I was born into it, and Dad sold it, Metro Bowl down in Peabody in 1977, and I went away to college to learn about beer and pizza. And I came back here and worked for my brother's company for a little while, and in 1986, the DeSico and Waller family had put the place for sale, listing in the Boston Globe, and we fell in love with Exeter and the bowling center itself, you know.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So you're also a bit of a sports guy, I take it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's you know, being in New England, it's a great place to be, especially these last 20 years. We've been really lucky. But yeah, we you know, not only bowling, but we built Shooters Pub 30 years ago out of what was the pool hall and video arcade. And you know, I tell people I built it to feel like the playroom in my basement, you know, just a neighborhood place that you can come, and we've got a whole bunch of TVs to watch, you know, local sports on, as well as vintage pool tables, darts. We do a lot with dart leagues, shuffleboard table, and then we've got the outdoor beer garden with the cornhole out there. So it's, you know, whatever gives everybody a competitive, casual, competitive activity to do is good. We built Shooters because we didn't want people to just sit down. We wanted things to do. And we sponsor a bunch of teams in the communities, and we sponsor a bunch of adult softball teams as well. So, you know, through the sports, it gives us a way to be involved in the community.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so there's also, actually, speaking of the teams, I know that there's also a charity event that you guys run in regards to bowling every year. Well,
we run a lot of charity events. Actually, in the year before COVID, 2019, between Shooters Pub and the Exeter Bowling Lanes, we raised just under $100,000 for area charities, whether it was through bowling events or music events. Candlepins for Kids is one of the events that we run through the Community Children's Fund. We run a lot of music events that benefit so many charities, just a lot. But it's something that's really important to us, and we're excited about the fact that we have a facility that we can do that with. It makes us feel good. It's kind of selfish. It makes us feel good.
You give to others and be selfless, yep. So you can feel as selfish.
I guess that's what happens. So I guess that's a good way to be selfish, I guess.
It's always exciting. So what is, out of the 9 forms of bowling, what is your favorite, personal favorite?
Well, obviously it's candlepin. Candlepin bowling is actually the original form of bowling. That's why the pins can stand on either end. They're easy. The balls are you know, for children up through senior citizens. It's you know, a sport that anybody can do, which makes it a great family activity. I sound like an advertisement here, but it really is. It's you know, families can get together and go out and interact with each other, which is great because it gets the kids off the couch and nowadays probably even the parents that grew up with all of these games and stuff too at this point. It's nice to see families come out and actually spend time together.
Yeah. I mean, I remember at college, there wasn't really a whole lot that we could do in terms of activities, because I also went to an art school, which is very unathletic.
Yeah.
Quidditch, like we had like community Quidditch every Sunday.
Yeah.
And but bowling was one of those things that we could do.
Yeah.
It was a place that I think it was past like 9 o'clock at night. You could go in for like $5 bowl, like until they kick you out.
Yeah.
So bowling is definitely a fond place in my unathletic heart.
Well, we like to say that it has some athletic value. You know, I mean, you're doing things. And one of the things that we're really proud of is that there is a Candlepin Pro Bowlers Tour. And we are very dug into that. We have a Pro Bowlers League at our place once a month. These people, guys and girls, show up at 8 o'clock in the morning. They start bowling at 9. They don't finish till about 3 in the afternoon. It is very competitive. And they come from 3 hours away, some of them, to bowl.
Wow.
And we're finding that the candlepin bowling industry is actually, it's growing. Bowling kind of had a really rough spot for a while.
Flatline just a little bit.
Yeah, and you know, it really did just seem that people were just recreating from their couch, and now we really do feel that people are getting out, and bowling's a great opportunity. You know, you don't have to be a football quarterback to be active. You know, you can just come and have a good time, and you know, have some pizza while you're at it. So
yeah, work off your pizza calories.
Yeah, it works that way.
So how many Big Lebowski jokes or references do you hear a night?
Oh, boy. I hate to have that fall on deaf ears, but really not a lot.
Oh, not a lot.
No, not a lot.
I would suspect that that'd be like a movie you'd never want to see, like somebody who would own a bowling alley.
Well, it's 10 pin. It's big ball, so that's why it doesn't count. Yeah. It happens. It does happen. So
that was definitely one of my questions, thinking it's like, oh man, he has probably had a couple of times somebody come in and say that they were the Jesus.
Yeah, I actually don't think I saw that movie until a couple of years ago by accident. So yeah.
That makes it even better.
Yeah.
All right. So Rob, I think we are reaching our time. Is there anything else you would like to share? Last minutes, last words? No,
I think that we're very fortunate that the community is very supportive of us. If you don't know where we are, it's not surprising because we are on a side street between 2 side streets. We're hard to find, but once you find us, it's not so bad. But even through COVID and everything else, it is a great activity that people can get out and do, and everybody's tired of being stuck inside and everything else. I mean, my staff does a great job at everything they do, but as far as keeping the place clean, we literally do wash the bowling balls in between each family visit. And I'm very grateful to the community for the support, you know, that they give us both in Shooter's Pub and in the bowling lanes. You know, I mean, it means a lot. It really does. I mean, you run a business for 35 years and you take things very sincerely, and I'm grateful for that.
All right, Rob.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anytime.
All right.
And you heard it, Exeter. If you would like to be in the spotlight or recommend somebody, you can contact us at extg at exeternh.gov. Thank you. Have a great day.